and ghouls. My name is Voltaire, and this is my co-host, Mr. Orville Dedenbacher, and you're watching The Lair of Voltaire. Yeah, I know, I think I'm being kind of lazy. I haven't really been feeling myself lately. What's that? That is totally not true. I was not. Yeah, I was. It's true. It's pretty lonely here in the lair. You know, actually, I just had a great idea. Hold on a second. Can I borrow your hand? I'm going to use this for a minute. I'll be right back. But in the meanwhile, take a look at my upcoming shows. Where am I playing? Near you. My biggest show of the year is this month. That's right, Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. It'll be my 16th year in a row performing there. I've got 3 days worth of events. On Friday at 11:59 p.m. I'll be doing my big show in the Atrium Ballroom of the Marriott. The next day, Saturday, the 30th of August, I will be reading from my book, The Legend of Candy Claus, and showing all of the art. And I believe that takes place in the Hyatt. And Sunday, the 31st, I have a Q&A called The Art of Darkness. So if you want to know what's going on in my life that you haven't figured out by watching The Lair of Voltaire, you can catch me there. Also coming up, I am playing my very first time ever in Sweden, in Sverige, beautiful Sverige, in Umeå, Sweden, at a festival there on September 20th. October 4th, I'll be at RuffleCon in New Haven, Connecticut. That is billed as an alternative fashion event. It's sort of a steampunk Lolita event. October 9th, I'm at the Salty Horror Film Festival in Salt Lake City, Utah at Area 51. I'll be performing at the kickoff party. And October 25th, I return to Flint, Michigan for the Vampire Ball. Then Halloween, October 31st, my European tour kicks off with a show in London at the Purple Turtle. And the very next night, I am headlining at Whitby Gothic Weekend, a huge goth festival in northern England. I'll be there the 1st and 2nd of November. And then on November 3rd, I will be in Glasgow, Scotland at, oh, never do a Scottish accent, I keep forgetting that. Scots really hate that. They beat the crap out of you if you do it. And I don't want to get beaten. There's a beating off joke in there somewhere, and I'm not going to tell it. In any case, I'm in Scotland, in Glasgow on November 3rd, and then the rest of my European tour kicks off, but I don't have any of those dates yet, so you're just going to have to wait to find out where I'm playing in Europe. I'm told there will be some dates in Germany, Finland is a possibility, France is a possibility, we're looking into some things. Oh, and Czech Republic looks like a very good possibility, so nothing confirmed yet on that end, but stay tuned. Please sign up for the mailing list at www.voltaire.net. I send out a monthly newsletter with show dates. And if you sign up, once a month you will get this and you will never miss a show near you. Music. I have talked for so many months about the album Raised by Bats. And I've gone on and on and on about how many incredible guest musicians are on it that I'm not going to do that this time for the first time ever. I'm not going to mention that members of My Chemical Romance and the Birthday Massacre and the Mission UK and the Dresden Dolls and Susie and the Banshees and Rasputina and Ego Likeness and Cruise Shadows and Bella Morte and Angel Spit and so many others play on this album. I'm going to spare you. I'm not going to do it that time. This time. Told you. Not feeling myself. Feeling myself with your hand now. But what I am going to tell you is that out of 1,500 orders from the Raised by Bats Indiegogo campaign, I'm finally down to the last 100. And once I've mailed out the last 100, that means I can really start selling this album physically. They are available at my shows, physical copies of Raised by Bats, but I just don't make them available online because I think it's important that the people who showed support in the album and donated to the Raised by Bats Indiegogo campaign should get theirs first before anybody else can pick up a copy immediately. I think that's fair. Don't you think that's fair? Well, in any case, I just finally went to a second printing in order to have enough of them to sell at Dragon Con next week. So, come September 1st, I will have them to sell. And And as soon as I get out the rest of the Indiegogo orders, I will be making that album available, physically speaking, on cdbaby.com, and maybe I will even sell them from voltaire.net/store. So, stay tuned, because if you haven't already picked up a copy of this record at one of my shows or through Indiegogo, you're going to be able to get your claws on them soon. In the meanwhile, if you prefer digital, you can always pick it up at iTunes and at cdbaby.com. You'll find links below in the video description. I have already started writing new songs. I've got 2 new songs in the works that are not done yet. And just last night, I learned a cover of a song that I love so much and I've loved for many years. It's called Hallelujah, and it's by Leonard Cohen. And I've been playing it all day long. In fact, I think I might even be ready to play it as a world premiere video. So you might be seeing that here on the Lair of Voltaire sooner than later. So, Raised by Bats coming out very, very soon as a physical copy, and new music is already coming down the pipeline. It's good to be prolific. Those of you who frequent Voltaire.net saw last week in the store I had a special where I was selling my book, Call of the Jersey Devil, along with a digital download sticker of the Raised by Bats album. Now, those of you who read the novel know that Raised by Bats is the album that's referenced throughout the story. So, by putting those 2 items together, you could actually listen to the songs from the album while reading the book. And those went really, really quickly, and what that showed to me was that that is a successful item. That's something people really want. So while it's sold out now, look for those to return to the Voltaire.net web store at some point in the near future. Well, last month when I was talking about my book, The Legend of Candy Claus, my upcoming children's book, I said that I was going to be looking for a publisher or literary agent, and after speaking to a few people in the publishing world, you know, it was reaffirmed what I had already kind of sort of suspected, and that's that I should just publish the damn thing myself. Because for starters, I don't really want the book to come out in 2017, which is probably what would happen if it was put out by a publisher. And secondly, I don't want to change, everything about the book in order for a publisher to be interested in it. I think the story's really, really beautiful as it is, and the artwork by Shameen King is just absolutely spectacular. It really, really, I think, stands as it is, as a really, really beautiful story and beautiful work of art from a great artist, Shameen is. So, now that I've decided that I'm going to self-publish Legend of Candy Claus, the next thing that's going to happen is going to be a crowdsourcing campaign to raise the funds to get the book printed. And look for that to happen in September, because I really, really want to have this book in people's hands by Christmas. So that's the goal. Legend of Candy Claus in people's hands by Christmas. Everybody give Orville a hand. Last month I told you that I'm in a film called The ABCs of Death 2, in a segment filmed by, or I should say directed by, Mr. Larry Fessenden, a great director and good friend of mine, where I play, really stretched on this one, a lascivious Gothic dad on Halloween, as opposed to a lascivious Gothic dad every other day of the year. And apparently that's coming out soon! It comes out on Halloween, so we can finally all go see this movie and see if I can act worth a damn on Halloween. It's also playing at Fantastic Fest, which I want to say is in Austin, I'm not entirely sure. But if you Google Fantastic Fest, you'll find out where that is. And I think that screening's in September. So some of you are going to see it before even I see it. So if you see it at Fantastic Fest, please drop me a line. If you think I was really good, let me know. If you thought I was really bad, don't email. This is a sketchbook. It is shaped like a coffin and it has a V on it and it's leather and it's gorgeous. It has this moire end pages and white pages within for me to draw in. And this is proof positive that I'm starting to get really serious about the Oh My Goth feature film, because over the last week or so, couple of weeks, I have started doing pre-production sketches of the characters from this live-action feature film based on the comic book of the same name, with lots and lots of stop-motion creatures in it. And, oh, there's Satan. Hail Satan. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I'll that some other time. There's Sinestro. And, Necrosian Crangoon. You don't want to mess with one of those. In any case, I have really started picking up speed on this. The script is still not finished. I'm still working on that. But with Candy Claws almost out of the way, with Raised by Bats finished, and with the Raised by Bats monster cards nearing completion, I can finally get serious about the Oh My God feature film. So it's something that you'll be hearing a lot about in the next few months. And while I'm at it, I do want to just thank my very dear friend and esteemed colleague, Ms. Abigail Larson, who is illustrating all of the Raised by Bats monster cards, who had this book handmade for me in Turkey. It is easily one of the nicest gifts I've ever received from anybody. So Abigail, you're so talented, you're so wonderful, and on top of all of that, you are so kind. There she is, the lovely Abigail Larson. No, you won't hit that. Because you're not her type. Non-desiccated, beautiful Italian men with soft skin and both their hands. Do you believe what I have to work with here? Speaking of the lovely and talented Ms. Abigail Larson, last month's contest was to guess which character Ray Toro of My Chemical Romance requested to be in our Raised by Bats monster card series. And so he sent in a monster species, a description of his character. I did a sketch, a crummy sketch at that, sent it to Abigail, and Abigail did this incredible piece of art. Many of you guessed that he was a demon or a satyr, and those would be very close guesses, because in our depiction he basically looks like a fallen angel with goat legs and hell. But the truth of the matter is, he requested to be a ghost. This was how we chose to depict him, as a ghost, but he specifically said ghost. And our winner is... Congratulations, if that is your profile name there on the screen, you are going to receive one of these gorgeous, expertly crafted, and I must say heavy as all get out, beautiful Vistasha candles by the lovely and talented Ms. Firuza Balk. And now for this month's contest. As you all know, I'll be touring in Europe in November, and the only cities that we have confirmed so far are London, Whitby, and Glasgow. There's going to be several other cities. I think there's going to be maybe between 10 and 15 dates. So, this month's contest is, I want you to guess 5 cities, just name 5 cities, other than London, Glasgow, and Whitby, that I may play in Europe on this European tour. And the person who guesses 5 cities that end up being on the roster is going to win... What should I give away? Oh my god, I totally know! Orville's right hand! I'm just kidding. I need this. I need this. So it'll feel like a stranger. Oh no, I have a better idea. You're gonna get this. What the hell is this, you're probably wondering? Well, I'll tell you. I worked with a company called Toy Network several years ago to make some Pocket Goth plush and to make some Deddy plush, and they were very successful, and they wanted me to make another line of plush toys to sell to amusement parks and crane machines and stuff like that. And it was really funny because I started out with this line that looked totally different, but they wanted so badly for it to look like the Ugly Dolls that more and more it just kept getting simplified and simplified until it looked so much like Ugly Dolls that I basically just never mentioned it to anyone ever again, because for real, Ugly Dolls. Anyway, this is one of the characters. This is Ragnar, and the person who guesses 5 cities, the first person who guesses 5 cities that ends up being on my European tour, is going to take home this little bastard. And Orville's hand. And Orville's hand. I'm kidding! I'm kidding. I'm not going to give away your hand. I'd give away Orville's genitals, but he doesn't have any. Dust. He's It's got a pile of dust. It's terrible. It's terrible. Well, anyway, thank you for watching the Lair of Voltaire. My name is Voltaire, this is Orville Dedenbacher, and we will see you again in September. If we don't see you sooner in an Ask Voltaire, a how to play video, or a world premiere video, any of those can happen in the next week or so. So stay tuned to the Lair of Voltaire. Leave your answers for the contest in the comments below the video, and also if you enjoyed the video, please hit like the video, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you will always know where I'm playing near you, and maybe I'll see you in your town sometime soon. You know what? You know what? Just so I don't have to keep hearing you whine about it. There you go. Yeah. Oh God, that's disgusting.